The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Whose rights? Our rights. Whose rights? Our rights.
I guess I'm here probably why everyone else is here right now. I just think that we need to push towards actual equality and not any sort of separation in terms of what rights anyone has. The general population hasn't really changed their opinion, and the government really hasn't done enough to push for equality.
I'm here today to rally for human rights and for equality for the LGBT community.
I've never been in like any sort of a protest march type thing, anything. I guess I just figure every number counts. Everybody that's here is making the crowd look that much bigger. And I mean, whenever I see a large group of people like marching or doing anything, I always wonder, I mean, you instantly, if you're walking with somebody, you just ask, well, what's going on there? And it gets people talking.
I don't think that civil liberties should have any boundaries, and I'm hoping to gain some visibility for the LGBT cause today.
I think it's important finally that Madison is getting together again and doing something, so I came out today to support the, I guess, the momentum that's going on in the country right now.
There is no reason for us to endure such disrespect any longer. We've had enough. We want full equality, and we want it now.
Every day until we have our full equal rights, period. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to give up. And I expect and I ask my brothers and sisters to do the same thing.
I'm hopeful that something's going to happen. Like I'm feeling that I think there's a lot of unrest right now, particularly within the queer community, and I think that this issue is not going to go away until our rights are recognized.
Gay couples don't get the same rights as straight couples do.
I guess I'm just disappointed about that there's still civil rights inequality in America. It's kind of embarrassing.
It's really easy to just let people, you know, say things about gay people and everything and just let it pass by, but I think we need to sort of fight to stop the general sort of, I guess, negative opinions of gay people in the general community and not just with our government and everything.
Do you think being here today is going to make a difference at all?
Maybe, maybe not, but we can keep trying.
There's a lot of different things we can do, and I mean, which one's best is kind of hard to say.
Obama in October spoke to the Human Rights Campaign, told them that, you know, trust me, we're going to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
It's a great speech.
Yeah. Do you believe Obama, or do you think he's just making up lies to gain supporters?
I think it was a very impassioned speech, but he hasn't followed through with too many actions to support a lot of what he said, which I think is disappointing, but at the same time, I still hold out hope that maybe he will carry through.
I think a lot of people got too caught up in, you know, the Obama hype, and I think he's a good president, but there's definitely a lot of things that he could be doing that he's not doing.
So it looks like we've got a good crowd here. Let's get started and get up to the Capitol.
Obama hasn't seen the kind of pressure that he'll need to see before he'll actually get things moving. I mean, when you compare even the National Equality March, was amazing, to the Civil Rights Movement at its height, you know, there's no comparison. So it's going to take a lot of work and it's going to take a lot more people, but that's why people should get involved.
Do you think he's failed to fulfill campaign promises?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think he's failed to fulfill them in basically every category there is. There's a lot of different people here, not just gay rights activists, and that's what's going to take, is that solidarity.
LGBT, we demand equality.
The Socialist Party is in full support of equal rights. It's a statement, but I do think that every time people do it, it's another brick in the wall, as they say, and clearly it's a central issue for the new generation.
The whole damn system! Tear it down! No national hotel! Tear it down! Joe Obama! Tear it down! Bigotry! Tear it down! The whole damn system! Tear it down! No national hotel! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down! Tear it down!
We came here just to hang out today, so I'm all for gay rights, you know. I think it's cool. It's like we have the Alliance House and they hold a lot of events, like stuff like this here on campus.
Hey, Obama! Let Mama marry Mama! Hey, Obama! Let Mama marry Mama!
Well, they're only 3 and 5, but we just explained to them right now it's so moms can marry moms and dads can marry dads.
Okay, how do you feel about that?
Hold on, Peanut. Totally support it.
It's got to go, hey, hey!
I really don't know what to say. I don't know much about it. I need to know more. Why not? Yeah. I think we all should be getting treated equally, including gays or whoever.
Can I just ask you guys what your opinion is on equal rights for gays? Do you think that's something that we should have?
Absolutely should, yes.
Okay.
We're in strong favor.
If you marginalize one group, you know, you can marginalize any group. I don't think it should be put up for people to put up because people have always been racist.
Do you have an opinion on whether the Obama administration has fulfilled their promises as
Yes, I do. No, they haven't. They haven't done enough.
Money for healthcare, not war. Money for LGBT, the cure.
I'm in favor of equal rights for them.
Bigotry! Tear down! The whole damn system! Tear down! Obama! Tear down! The whole damn system! Tear down! Yeah, let's hear it! Let's hear it for LGBT civil rights now! Yeah!
I was wondering what your opinion is on if you think associating equal rights for gays with healthcare and other things like that is going to make it harder for the public at large to grasp, or do you think it's going to help overall?
I think it's two important issues, and I think they're both important. If people care about both of them, then it might make it twice as important, twice as strong.
Personally, I would prefer to keep the issues separate. I mean, I'm for healthcare reform, but I think it'd probably be easier if we kept it separate. But everybody has their own opinions.
I think they're both important issues, and combining them is not going to confuse people who care about the issues. I think it's important.
I think it's more accepted in Canada that it's like a human right to have the same, the same as everybody else. Straight, gay, doesn't matter. Like, you should have the same rights as anybody else in the country. But it's not totally accepted. There's still discrimination for sure, but it seems a bit more accepted than it does here.
Yeah. For instance, I find it strange that some states will allow gay marriage, some states won't. In Canada, it's across the board. Canadian federal legislation, it's there. So I mean, I'd really like to see that in the States as well.
I think really for any change to happen, visibility has to be increased, and so that's really what March is all about, is just increasing visibility, letting people know that this is an issue that people care about.
I think it's fantastic. The more the better. The more that people learn about this, and maybe we can finally pass ordinances that give gay LGBT people the right to marry as everybody else.
I think that it's moving along, not at the pace that it could potentially be, but I think that Obama is a very wise, he's very wise in his administration and will move ahead in an incremental way to get the most positive benefits.
It is our time. I will do whatever it takes, and I will be there. Do not stop. Our rights are ours. I like to say that I believe in freedom. And I think that people here would definitely agree with me. Yeah. It's not solely the fight of the LGBT community. It affects all of us. It's not something that anybody can afford to ignore. It's not something that anybody can afford to say, that's not my problem, because it soon will be. You have the right to live your life free of persecution and strife. And some will say, no, you don't. You're different from me. I look at my country today, still hear debacles and all, but I see people still in need of freedom. Someone has dropped the ball. What do we want? Equality! When do we want it? Yesterday!
I want to protect the United States. But I cannot do that with this friggin' don't ask, don't tell standing in my way.
through high school, I was in the closet. I was very scared. We elected these representatives. They were here to represent us and our cause and our rights. And we cannot back down, because this is a war that we need to win, not only for us, but for our children and our grandchildren and every single person that comes after us. So, to close, and again, quote Madam Lady Gaga, it'll all be okay. Do, just dance. Thank you.